If you're watching this video, you want to know when to coat or re-roof your flat roof. Specifically in this video, I'll be going over a modified bitumen. What is that? I'll explain it, don't worry. Look forward to teaching you guys something in this video. What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the audio if it's windy. I'm out here on a big roof. Just wanted to kind of share with you guys what to look at if you guys have a mod bid roof. So essentially what that is, it's going to be, a lot of roofers would often refer to it as a rolled roofing system. But essentially, as you can see here, it's going to be this dark granular surface. It's going to have these seams going along the entire thing. And if I look at this one here, obviously it's super old, so I can even come down a bit here to the roof and just kind of pick up some of the granulars and just have them fall off my fingers. So this one here is going to be 22 years old, likely, just from the looks of it. And you can tell that just because of, it's not supposed to be the color that it is. It's all supposed to be one color, right? It's supposed to be a gray color. And what you're seeing on here is all of the black asphalt under it. So essentially what this is, it's completely worn off the granules over, a span of time because of rain, because of wind and heat and the sun. Over time, it just kind of wears those things off. And that's why it's important to know that taking care of your roof as time goes on is so important, not just dealing with things when they get bad. As you can see here, this is a bunch of alligatoring on some old repairs they did. It's cracking up. Each time it rains, that's going to hold water. And speaking of water, it's about to rain right now, so I'm going to hop off this roof, but just wanted to share that little tip with you guys. So now I'm up here back on the other side of the roof. So this building is very large over here in Florida. So a lot of the problems you can see, like I was talking about on mod bid roofs, a lot of the times on normal roofs, you're not going to see issues happening like right in the middle of the field, which is this big, flat, open, wide surface, the main portion of the roof. What you're usually going to see it on, if it is in the field, is on any penetration. So what is a penetration? Penetration can be like this little pipe here, this vent, essentially that is going to be to allow air out of the building for any kind of reason. And then you will also have any kind of curbs. So a curb is really just where the roof can kind of come up to hold any HVAC unit, anywhere where there needs to be an elevation. This big white kind of patch, it looks like sand. Essentially, that's going to be all of the granules that have been lost across most of this roof. And when the water happens and the rain happens, it will wash those loose granules over to the drains. As you can see, the drain is right here. There's actually some nice little garden growing around it. That's because obviously this has been here for too long and it's actually been able to allow vegetation to grow because of that. So if I go here, I can literally I can just pick it up like sand. That's what's supposed to be on this roof protecting it, but because it has been so unattended to for so long, at this point there's really no going back. This roof needs to have a full coating at this point. So what kind of qualifies a roof to have a coating versus just needing to do a full re-roof? So a lot of times with full re-roofs, what you'll see is something like this, right? But obviously, when you're dealing with a roof that's about 600,000 square feet, you're going to need a cheaper option for the client because doing a full re-roof is going to be, more than double the price of a coating. But sometimes the roof isn't even eligible for a coating because, maybe the insulation underneath is in such bad condition that there's just no going back, right? So essentially, a coating is usually seen as just white silicone polyurethane liquid that's kind of just spread out across the whole roof. You can do it with rollers. You can do it with spray guns, so kind of spray it out. And essentially what that does is when it gets in the hot Florida sun, it'll cure up and it becomes a hard surface. So what I'm actually going to do is kind of walk over to a section of the roof here that's already has some coating on it. So as you can see here, this white surface, that's all going to be that coating that I was talking about. So as you can kind of understand now, seeing it, just kind of putting this on, creating a seamless system, white reflective, so it's less hot, doesn't take as much UV damage from the sun. Obviously, this is going to be a lot easier for installation. You don't have to rip up an entire roof and pay for all of the cost and all of the pricing of you know, an entire new roof's worth of material. So another thing to mention is within the state of Florida where I am, is you can only have, up to code, you can only have 2 roofing systems on top of one another. So what does that mean? So like I said, this is a modified bitumen roof. So under here, there's going to be insulation, and then there's going to be their decking. So with that, let's say they wanted to do a layover. So since 2 roofing systems are allowed on a roof, they could essentially slap another roofing system on top of this one and still be within Florida code. But would they want to do that, or would they just want to go back with some coating like you can see here that's less than half of the money and gives them pretty much the same benefits if they're still eligible for it and it's able to actually stick to the roof, and it's not bad enough. So if a coating on this roof was to be done, the first thing that would need to be done is cleaning up everything, all the trash, all the loose granules, all of that stuff. Essentially gets it down to the dry bone and allows the contractor to put on the new coating on top, and that'll give the roof an extra about 20 years. But that's about it for kind of just specifying why you would want to coat or re-roof a modified bitumen roof. I'm gonna go back down here on the hatch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.